One of the things that I wish that families knew before they called was that there is hope. There are alternatives available. And making that phone call may be the most important phone call they ever make.
What we want to do is we want to work with families at the place where they're ready for change. And you don't have to wait for the person who's the least able to make the decision to be healthy. Let someone else do that work. I'm the expert, or the interventionist the expert. You need to get back to being a family member.
If you had a problem, a medical problem, you would call a doctor and you wouldn't be fearful. Why wouldn't you seek help to see what could be done to intervene in stopping that process?
Most of the people who are actually working with the loved one that's in the crisis, they're actually pretty exhausted because they can't really see past the tragedy. So by us expanding the circle, we could help bring relief to to those immediate family members who are actually there working with them. We could get fresh legs coming in to help, help us push this loved one through the process.
People making the first call are usually very nervous and afraid. And I just wish they would know that they're not alone and that this is what Arise is here for. The worst is behind them and that this is the beginning of hope.
It's really based on not just the individual, but based on the whole family dynamic. The person's not really just getting healed themselves. It's actually whole family healing. So when they leave and they come back into the same environment, a lot of times they can relapse because nothing's changed in that situation. But with the Arise method, everyone that plays a part in that person's life is going to be actually a part of the healing process.
We're transparent and open and respectful right from the start. We're not going to be secretive. We're not going to be disrespectful and surprise you and act like you're the only problem in the family. All the transitions involved with going to treatment and finishing treatment and going to sober living and engaging in a new recovery lifestyle, that's really hard to do when your brain's healing and it's a very vulnerable time for the person who needs to be in recovery. But it also takes that amount of time for families to learn how to do things differently, to communicate differently, to trust differently, to work on their own unresolved loss or trauma or whatever has been going on in the family. And so working on all of that long-term and collaborating, getting the families connected with the resources that they need to heal all that is crucial.
It's not confrontational like some people see on TV and other things. The Arise is a nurturing type educational process that allows the family to not only understand what's going on, but the client to understand. And when they truly believe that, we're there because we care, rather than we're there to get paid, or we're there to, punish them, then the Arise style is truly the way to go.
I've worked in the addiction treatment business for 28 years. The thing that surprises me the most is that Arise isn't a household name. It should be. It should be accessible and available to everyone.
The most amazing feeling happens when families do come together and watch their loved one or the person that they're concerned about really recognize that the whole family is there to support them and that the whole family is there finally.
The benefit of having the different generations, you'll be able to touch on different soft spots in the person that you're trying to reach. So the grandmother can have a relationship and a connection with someone that a sister or brother could not. But also a sister and a brother can have that bond and connection that a mother or a grandmother could not.
When I've seen families that have been so shut down, so closed off, so afraid to step forward with who they are as human beings, let alone as family members, and to see that change take place, where they're beginning to operate again as a family unit, it is miraculous.
If you could just spare one meeting, 1 hour, one moment of your time and take a leap of faith with us, that's it. We really don't need to ask you to do any more at this moment.
The most important message, I think, to send to a family needing help is not to be afraid of really jumping in long term and looking at yourselves and looking at your history, that you can change the family and you can help your loved one get into long-term recovery.
I would tell a family needing help that there's hope, that they're never too far gone. There's always something you can do, and there's people here to help you, and that's what Arise is for.